All right, so it is September 7th, 2022, and as of earlier today, this challenge is finished. You can see here on the standings that I'm the only one left with the bankroll, and a deal was reached earlier today to finish it early, finish it before the next reporting period, because I got a text from John earlier today, this morning, when he said, I'm broke, it's over. What do you want to do? And we ended up making a deal. I won't get into the details, but we shaved a little bit of money off of what I would have got paid. And he ended up adding $520 to the prize pool. And so what that did is give me a first place prize of $1,374 Canadian, in addition to the roughly $422 that I made on my initial allowance. So with the dust settled, what that means is that I put up a total of $1,100 in this challenge, $1,000 for my risk level and $100 for the initial bankroll. And for first place, I got not only that $1,100 back, but just under $1,900 in total prizes. And if I don't sound particularly excited about it right now, it's because I had a really, really bad day. Not just in poker, but in general. I'm pet sitting some cats right now, and they like destroyed my fucking house overnight. And I haven't been sleeping well at all for the last 3 days, which once again is related to the cats. I'm not used to having them, and although I do enjoy cats in general, these ones kind of suck. Not only do they not play, but they actively destroy things in my house. And they prevent me from sleeping in the normal time that I would sleep, which is at night. And so I've had to like make up with naps during the day, and today was a particularly brutal one. I won't get into the details, but I woke up many times in the night, and then I played something like 7 PLO tournaments today, and failed to cash in all of them, despite chipping up to more than 4 times my stack in every single PLO tournament that I played, with the exception of the W Coop $11 six max. So in many of the videos from this challenge, you will hear me say that I'm on tilt and, I'm not happy, I'm angry for whatever reason, especially recently. And today was a record breaker in that area. I really, I multiple times I was slamming my fist down on the table, and the frustration level is really high. And I do think there's a good chance that it's due to the lack of REM sleep that is being caused by pet sitting these cats. But in any case, I reacted to this. I decided to rage cash out my bankroll today. Right after we made that deal, I decided, fuck this, I need a break. It's been 56 days, 56 active days in just over 2 months. Like 65 total days I've played poker on 56 of those days. And that's a much higher rate of playing online poker than I'm normally used to. And, because of my deep runs in some spots, the number of hours that I've spent playing online poker recently is really high. And even though I'm super happy, like I'll be happy in a week or something. When the cats go away and I realize that I get to chirp all 4 of these competitors that did a lot of trash talking before we started this, then I'm going to enjoy the fact that I won this challenge. But for now, I want to take a step away from online poker. So if I open up PokerStars, you'll see that my balance is $0. And if I open up the cashier, you'll see that I left myself, obviously, I can't cash it out. I left myself with the tournament money, which is all the way down to $67.92. So I'm basically just going to play this casually like I normally would, like I would with a smaller bankroll earlier in the challenge, trying to run it up, playing the Scholars Leaderboard, playing little $1 things here and there. More than anything, I just want to have fun again. Because one thing I noticed about this challenge is that I really didn't enjoy myself. Like, it reminded me why I quit playing poker professionally back in the day, is because it's just mentally too trying, and I have a lot less patience today than I did when I was in my early 20s, when I did play full time. And you can kind of see the patience falling off a cliff here in a way in the candlestick chart, where each one of these candles is 5 days. And what you may notice is that just recently in the last period, I've broken the bottom of the previous candle. So that's the first time in this challenge that has ever happened. And I feel like it was a sign that a major reversal may have been imminent. Not necessarily, of course. I think more than anything, I think it's because of the temporary situation with pet sitting. But as somebody who trades stocks for a living, I must say that if I saw this pattern develop on a chart, I mean, this is the area right here at the bottom of this candle. This is the area where I'd be selling and maybe even flipping short. Down here was a great buying opportunity, and if I were riding this green candle up, I would have sold the rest of my position as the bottom of this candle got broken. So this red candle that's developing right now, this is the one that is like a red flag, quite literally. So anyway, I feel like all my frustrations in this account have really come to a head in the last couple days, and so that's part of the reason why I cashed out. I just didn't want to feel compelled to, play higher stakes and take it more seriously. I wanted to dial it back and once again get back to the area that I enjoy the most, which is the micro stakes. Playing $1 tournaments, not giving a shit, having friends jump in with me and play the same tournaments and chirp each other and whatever. That's what I really enjoy about poker, and I haven't been doing that lately. So I'm looking forward to getting back to that. I am happy, don't get me wrong. I coming into this challenge, I did a fair bit of trash talk myself. I took it very seriously from the beginning. My bankroll management, in my opinion, was pretty close to amazing. There were some areas where I could have improved, but I'm happy with the result. I'm happy to have won more than anything, because this is the third one of these I do, and even though I finished green in all of them, this is my first win. And in a previous video, I even said, I guarantee I'm going to win this. And then right after that, John chipped up to like 300 something. And John's a guy who could seriously run it up. He's a guy who does not practice bankroll management in the same way I do. And that makes him very dangerous. So, all said, now that the dust is settled and it's all over, I'm happy with the result. I'm just not in a great headspace right now and am sleep deprived. So, in the coming weeks, I'm going to be happy, and you bet your ass I'm going to be chirping these guys because I never actually reloaded my second $50. You may notice in this document here that I initially funded my account with $50 Canadian, which is $37.63 US, and I never again had to put money into my account. I only ever made withdrawals. So I definitely have some bragging rights, and this is what this challenge is all about. It's not about the money. I've been betting props for the better part of 20 years, very close to 20 years, and I've been doing it successfully the whole time. And granted, I have made pretty significant money in betting propositions. However, it's largely been done against friends, and for me, the beauty of all of it is being able to tease your friend for 15 years after the fact that he sucks and he didn't win the bet that you guys made, And so here I have a situation where I beat 4 people using half the bankroll that they did. And I pretty handily, crushed them. So anyway, that's going to be a wrap on this video. That's going to be a wrap on the challenge and on the playlist. And to close, I'm going to mention that I recently made another proposition bet, a fairly heavy one. I bet $100 on myself at odds of 55 to 1, so risking 100 to make 5,500, that I will finish first in the Scholars Leaderboard before 2023. So the Scholars Leaderboard is this thing right here, and this is what it looks like today on September 7th, and there have been 3 tournaments so far. One of them is not showing up yet. One of them hasn't been calculated, and I'm not even on the board yet. But the bet is that I'm going to finish in this position within the next 4 months. So September, October, November, December, I have to finish first at the top of this leaderboard in order to win this bet. And if I don't, I lose $100. So there may or may not be some updates coming from that situation. Obviously, if I do well, I'll probably make a video about it. If I don't, I probably just won't say anything. But I thought it would be relevant to close this video to say that I did recently open another poker-related prop bet. So I hope you enjoyed the series, and I hope if you're somebody I know listening that you're going to get in on the next challenge, which is going to see a few changes being made to the structure, and I believe it'll make it a little bit more competitive. So until then, guys, take it easy.